Alright, we're here at Connections. We've got 2 camels in the yards that we need to deal with. We're going to let them out and we're going to shoot them somewhere nearby. That's all 3 bags? Yep. Do you want a bite to eat, Danny?
I think it's
only 2. I'll just do them with a 203. Danny, your headphones are on your head.
What's happening?
Alright, after this we'll have that energy drink. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Come on, Thermal, you can do this for me. Stay still, camels. Be patient. Oh. Yeah, come towards the white car. The white car's a good friend. We're good fellas. We're good fellas. Trust us. Trust us. I got 1.
Yeah, I got enough out. You had it.
It's getting a bit warm, Danny. The thermal's not doing the best job. Two more camels, left side, Danny. They're on the dash. Oh shit, Danny. You get on the back, grab your pumpy. There's almost 30 in the bush. Mag, I'm gonna put it back down where your feet are. All right, you good to go?
Yep.
Hey Google, call Tim mobile. Call Tim. Oh, you have a fucking phone. Yeah, we've got another camel at ribbon.
Camels at ribbon.
Yep.
Okay, I'll tell him to hold off for a minute.
Alright, thank you.
Okay.
We'll open up the yard, we'll get them and then we'll whack them.
On the big one? On the left?
On the left, yeah, finish the fucker off. How far out is he?
Right. Yeah.
You get him? Yeah, I see dust, he's down. Any others allowed?
No. All good.
Alright, well, do you want to do these fellas with the pump action? I'll just lead them out for you.
Yep.
You got a full stack? Who the f was trying to call me on? Oh. Alright, Danny and I have just gotten to a water point. I've got a small problem to take care of, but Danny the man, he's going to do the job, and I'm going to take care of getting them into the target area. We've got these three bastards. These three camels have jumped into the yards. All their friends are gone. So Danny's going to take care of these ones as I let them out. This is why we get so frustrated with the camels. They're a pain in the ass. So they've just done damage to the yards. Now I'm just going to let them out and we'll fix the yards up. So this is all in a day of work. This adds up to 87 for the day. Yeah, you're so smart you got in there, didn't you? Nah, it's right, Danny. You cover. Alright, hand, just a second. Danny and I are just getting three camels out of the yard. They're still alive. Alright, see ya. Hang on, I've just got to work out how to do this. Alright, I'll be a sec. Don't shoot the car. Alright, you've got the pump action so you can be quick. Round two. Just wait for him, Danny, wait for him. There you go, perfect targets, Danny. Get him, Danny, get him, Danny. Into him. Take a lean on the rail. Get on the rail. Yeah, anything you can take as a firing position, take it. Brilliant. Date the next one. The white one's the target. Beautiful shot. Right, finish off the other two. Give him front chest shot. Good shot, good shot. Right, finish the last one in that neck shot area. Perfect. Right, let's go just do the tidy up close work. And then we'll get onto the yards and I'll jump onto that phone call again. Actually, do you want to walk up? You finish them?
I'll finish it.
Thanks, Danny. Alright, so it's not all beer and Skittles. We also have to do the whole repairing of our yards here. So Danny and I are just going to do that before rolling on and carrying on with the job that we came out here 4 hours ago to do. We're going to measure a camel to work out the length of it for, you know, if we're doing them in a slaughterhouse. So we're going to unclip the swimming pool net scoop and then we're going to use that pipe and we'll measure it at home. So we've been asked to measure up a big bull camel. So we've got one and I can tell it's a bull because I can see his balls. And usually what we'd do is we'd drag him out as if they were on a kill chain, just to see the length. So this one's conveniently died in close enough pattern. We bring his head around a bit, but we're going to measure from his back foot down to his head, down to his lips. Camel toe to the lips. So just do the extension, Danny. Actually, that's almost a good line straight through there. Danny and I are just rolling up to the water point where we've got a bit of an issue. One of the things we're doing is taking it nice and steady and keeping an eye out if there's any. I've got dust over there. If we've got any camels or donkeys here that we need to take care of. So we're just going to come in nice and steady and be ready. We'll leave all the comms on and everything, Danny. There's camel prints. Let's have a look at what we got. Oh, they've chewed it off at the fucking ground. Ugh, barbed wire and a bit of strychnine. Yeah, shut it down, Danny. Can you grab the pipe cutter and we'll just snip this bit here? Many of our Arabic friends been around? Nah. Maybe we scared them off the other week. Yeah, Danny, get onto the baits and I'll grab a panel and I'll drop a panel over this. Sorry, Danny, I just was in the zone on that. Everyone, while I go and grab a panel to put across here to stop the camels getting in and messing with our stuff again, I'm going to put you on to Danny and you'll get a bit of Danny first person view doing dog baits. Danny, you're going to explain everything you're doing, why you're putting baits where you are, and what your plan is. You good with that?
Yeah,
Should be? Alright.
so one bag or?
Yeah, do a bag around here. I'll just send a message off to Dad letting him know we're all good at this point.
Yeah. Spreading our dog baits. But yeah, it's quite simple. You just gotta find the cattle trail and then put the bait near the cattle trail. Make sure also the dogs follow, come in, They follow the cattle to water. Go around, do a big round loop around the paddock, around the yards. For a 5 there. Another pad here. Another 5. Under this stump. Keep going. I'm still. I reckon this shouldn't take a full bag. Yeah. Putting a dog bait is quite simple. Just follow the trail. Put it near the trail. Or wherever you think the dogs will be. Just gotta read it. Read it. You can see a couple of dog tracks around here. Oh, 5 here. Another cattle pad coming up. Another 5 near this tree here. Put it under the trees, shady areas, in case the dogs come around. Put it under this shady shit. Keep going around. And then once you finish doing the circle around the yards, you start putting some near the end gate. Couple near the end gate, out gate, in case they don't see them ones, which I finish my lap. Might put some around the water there. The pipe leak. Put it around there. Good day, mate. And that's it. Dog baiting is pretty easy.
Alright, we've got 49% on this camera, so Danny's going to have it with him. He's going to turn his camera on his rifle as well, and we're going to roll in. We've got the plane coming in a couple of minutes, but Danny wants to make sure that there's no camels to bump into the plane. Alright, we're here at Connections. We've got 2 camels in the yards that we need to deal with. We're going to let them out and we're going to shoot them somewhere nearby. Danny's got the wedge tail and he's going to take care of them. Dad's just rocked up in his Crocs and he's brought with us a strap and a tape measure so we can drag out one of these bull camels and see how big they are. So once Dad's here, we'll get through onto our plan and Danny's just going to take care of them. Oh, I might actually shoot him, Danny. I'll just do 2 headshots. No, we'll push him out of the paddock. Right. So Danny might be cameraman, or I'll set the camera up and you can get on the opening the panels up. Alright, slight change of plans. I'm going to use the wedge tail. Not the wedge tail, I'm going to use the speed line. Oh, the one good panel. cocked. All right, so we'll get the ute around and we will measure one up and then we will drag out the stinky ones and Dad will get ready to go to Perth. Yeah, Danny's got the strap. Here's our prime specimen. Yeah, he's finishing off. He's in good nick. What do you reckon that'd weigh?
Big camel.
I reckon 560 odd. Daddy's getting in first.
I'm really dressed for this occasion.
I might have made it here.
10 meters. Yeah, so that's okay. So yeah, so yeah. So,
Why not just use a Milwaukee one? Right, I'm on the nose.
okay, this is 14.4, so that's 3.4 meters. I'll run. Have you got the Milwaukee, Danny?
Toes to nose.
Yeah, is
We are 700
700
to
there.
the hocks.
Yeah, 700 to the hop.
Okay, toes to nose, 4.5 to the hocks, 700 mil.
Yep.
Rightio, so that's how long the camel is.
Thank you.
Yeah. Alright, so toes to nose, 3.4 meters,
Okay.
so 3,400 mil, and it was 700 mil to the hocks. So you get them up on the hooks, and then that's the height you got to be working with. So it's almost working at heights if you're butchering a camel. Incredibly good condition for this one, and no mud on him at all. 2 bulls. They'll be following up on more. So there's more out there, and we might get our 100 for the day. Let's go drag some stinkers.
I got here the other day were
Yeah. Well, it's coming up to mating season.
Yeah.
March, April.
Yeah.
Yeah. The game is on. Okay, so some people were asking us about, the stinky part, the dragging the bodies away. We've got a couple of bodies here. Now, the only reason Danny's doing the bodies this time is because I did them last time. It's fair, that's how we work, we share it. So, yeah, I'm gonna drag these out. And Danny will, don't touch your clothing. God, Danny. Come on. We'll just get them far enough out of the way. Nah. I'll put him up next to the headshot. I like that delayed release. Let's try not to walk in the goop this time. So while we're here, we're going to do a little bit of the same modification that happened over at North Packworth. And we're going to put one of our panels over to sort of stop the camels from ducking in and under. That should get them to either sit down outside or move on. Bastards have chewed the fucking tap. They'll do anything. They bloody will do anything. So you get the general gist of it before we throw the camera into the fridge. What we've done is we've now put this panel along here, and that's taken out about a foot of height on the entryway. So we don't need that unless we're trying to catch the camels. If we're trying to catch the camels, we'd make the gates a little wider and a little bit taller. But we're going to need to twitch this one down, Danny. I'll see if we can pitch some wire somewhere else, and I'll bring this panel back in. So the camels, you know, who are quite tall, you're sitting up around here as your camel head height. They don't really like ducking for some reason. We haven't worked out why, but we're getting there. So we'll do this on the other side as well. But that's just a little bit of camel prevention. Means that we'll end up with more in the bush there, which means more kills. One of our thoughts, and my question for Danny right now is, how much does it hurt when you bang your head, Danny?
Hurts a bit.
So you reckon that might slow Mr. Camel down a bit?
No. Too long. The neck.
Choke him out.
Hope so.
So what we've got over there is we've got the panel all the way across, which is a long and deep channel into the yard, which we know has been working up at North Packworth. We saw it in the live stream yesterday when we went and tidied them up. But what we're trying on this side of the yard is just a steel bar along here. Now, if that does work, what it means is that we can go and retrofit onto our yards just a little blocking bar, just made out of a bit of angle-iron and flat steel across, or whatever scrap steel we want, and then whack in a couple of tech screws. No welding in the paddock, hopefully no camels in the yards. So that wraps up this little run. We're at 93 camels for the day. Dad hasn't seen any more on the flight home, and we're gonna grab a drink and hot foot it home. So we'll see how we go and what else we got. Danny and I are just here to drop our baits off here so that we don't take them anywhere near home, because we don't want to risk doing our dogs in. So we're going to drop the shuttle off here and we'll pick it up tomorrow when we go out to tackle Pixie. So that wraps up the action part of our day. It's coming up to lunch. We set a goal to be home by lunchtime. So I think we've done half all right there. Out of, I don't know, the worst of the heat, really. And yeah, we've achieved. If you've enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because you never know when there's going to be more camel action and just outback life. And if you want to help us protect and preserve the environment and also the ability to have this sort of outback life, make sure that you spread the word. We are looking for help to get into this political fight. You know, as we've currently facing some really harsh legislative changes in regards to firearms ownership here in Western Australia, and it's making it more restrictive, decreasing the number of firearms we can actually have by putting a cap on it. Which someone asked me about the numbers, you know, what I would have if I, you know, did have to follow those restrictions, and It's actually really difficult because it means I can't have a spare rifle of any caliber. So they haven't really thought that through, and they haven't proposed any sort of system where if I break a rifle, I don't have to pay an additional $400 to reapply for my license each time. As from the first video that got a lot of attention with my shooting was all about, was that it, even though I'm getting a same caliber, same category firearm, it costs me money to apply for it, and I have to go through a waiting period again, and now they've increased it to 42 days. So these are all the things that just don't make sense about it, and the decisions and ideas that are being brought up by people who have no experience in the real world, don't know the job that we're doing. And so I just call out again, it's not just a firearms legislation, it's a freedoms legislation, and they're trying to take away our ability to criticise and question the government of the day by threatening us with taking away our tools of the trade. Again, it is not a privilege for us to have firearms. They're a tool of the trade. They need to remember that it's a privilege to be where they are, and they need to not abuse the citizens of our country, because that's how you end up with a really bad situation. So anyone, anywhere in the world who can help join us and help us fight the left-wing media that is shoving down everyone's throat that firearms are evil, firearms are bad. We're using them here to control feral animals on our station and protect our ability to earn money and pay taxes, which they turn around and spend on vanity projects like another stadium. But it's not only us. We aren't the only ones that are going to be affected by this. There are thousands, tens of thousands of volunteers who come out into lands like this, into the wheat belt areas to control pigs, to control foxes, to control rabbits. They're going to lose their ability to help, and as farming is one of the most downtrodden industries in our country, I think that taking away any help that they do get from the public is a mistake, and politicians really need to wake up and realise what they're doing, because they're taking away support from farmers and producers, and also taking away some of the best volunteer conservation that occurs in Western Australia, because these groups and these people, these individuals, they put their time and their money into helping out people like myself and producers all throughout the state, fighting the feral and pest animals that we have, like the pigs, the rabbits, and the foxes, the feral cats, as well as the deer. So there's more feral animals and pest species. There's a website that actually tells you what we have here in Australia, and if you look at that, you're going to realise that taking away the ability for people to have access to firearms is going to lead to a massive pest problem that the state government isn't willing to fund and support. So let the volunteers do it. Australia's a volunteer nation, and again, anyone out there with influence, reach out, let's join up, let's start getting the message out there. And we can't let them keep lying to the people. It's our responsibility to keep the bastards honest, and to be honest, their ignorance and willingness to shove their heads in the sand and ignore consultation, and every time that we've reached out to help them understand the situation, it's frustrating me, and I just have to, I don't know, it's like we're telling them, look, the sky's blue, but they just shove their head in the sand and deny that there's a sky at all. So that's the level of intelligence we have in our politicians here in Western Australia, and how they see us as subjects rather than equals. And yeah, it's time for a change, and it's time for us to get rid of them. We need to hold them to account for the damage they're about to do to our entire nation and our lovely state, and it's time to make some change. help us out, join the fight, get the word out there, and hopefully I'm not going to get a 3:30 in the morning door knock because I've spoken out against the government, because one of my mates has had that happen before, and that's just overreach, and they will abuse every option that they have to stop us from making change. So thanks very much, and we will see you tomorrow, or whenever it gets done, when we go out and do some targeted baiting and fix up a water point. So, any final thoughts, Danny?
Oh, no, I had a good day. Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Shooting.
Means it's less work for us later.
Yeah, let's work.
Alright. Thanks everyone, and yeah. Stay positive, stay shiny side up, keep a smile on your dial, and don't believe them, because they don't believe us. Trust is easy to earn, and it's harder to repair, and they've lost our trust.